All right.
Talked about lineups before the game. It seems like you ended up with, for most of the fourth quarter, it was Kyrie, Luka, PJ, Josh, and Maxey. What did you see from that permutation of the lineup that made sense to trust to close the game?
Well, who was it?
Outside of Kyrie and Luka.
To have Maxey out there and just understanding, looking at a lot of different things here in a hurry, and it kind of felt like we were down more than 3. Give Phoenix credit, they made a lot of shots there in that first, but we kind of weathered the storm. I thought coming out in the third, we responded. Again, we got a lot of players who can play. Going with Maxey there at the end, being able to stretch the floor, but defensively, being able to be the help guy. He did that at a high level tonight.
What'd you think of, they kind of got back in after you guys made your run when they went small, but you matched up small against them. Then you brought Gafford in and put Maxey at the 4 and big. What'd you think of Maxey playing the 4 with a big there?
Yeah, well, Maxey is, again, defensively, he's the anchor, and he kind of sets everybody up and understands, the rotations. I thought he did an incredible job playing with Gap. But going big against their small group, if we miss and we have to eat rebounds, we got to get the offensive rebounds, and I thought we did a great job of that tonight. Again, just keeping our mental in the heat of battle, missed calls, no calls. You got to continue to keep playing. I thought we did a great job as a group, keep pushing forward. But the big group was good tonight, and we'll see a little bit more of that as we go forward.
Coach, I know it's just one game, but coming out of the All-Star break for you guys to now win 7 straight with Luka and Kai combining for 7, what does that do when you talk about just this final stretch here of games?
Well, I think it answers the question that they work. Those two coexist quite well. I think it just shows, again, our health, our energy, everything's in a positive way right now. We're getting great looks. Timmy had a great look at the corner. Maxey had a great look at a layup. And so I think the guys are having fun. They want to win, and you can see that energy on the floor. Those guys are cheering for one another. There's going to be mistakes, there's going to be missed shots, but it's on to the next play, and you can see that, especially after the break. We were on a roll, and then we go on a break, and sometimes you can come out flat, but I thought the guys did a great job tonight.
What sort of impact do you see from PJ, especially defensively?
Yeah, I think PJ's playing great defensively. He's taking the challenge of Durant. He switches on to Book. I thought he got his hands on a lot of balls tonight. Defensively, and he got some great looks. I love his ability to put the ball on the floor and get to the paint. I think he had some great looks. One of them I think he missed, but again, I think you can see the energy in the guys that are enjoying to play with one another. No one's complaining about shots. Everybody's, someone's open, someone takes it, and it's, to get back and figure out the defense rotations, and so it's fun to watch.
You guys, obviously the start of the third quarter there, the 5 triples were nice, but at the other end of the court, what did you think about how you guys responded there?
Yeah, our defense, again, Luka got his hands on a couple deflections, being able to rotate. We're looking at something new defensively, and I thought the guys did a really good job of doing that. There were maybe a couple mistakes here or there, but no one got upset. Just the maturity of our group. You can see that they're getting better and the trust level, so we'll continue to work on some of the new stuff defensively, but I thought it was a great effort from start to finish.
New stuff, maybe because or helped by the 2 new guys here?
Oh, for sure, the 2 new guys, but also just the ability to play big and just rotate around one person. And that's what we're looking at doing right now is, we'll pick someone that we're going to rotate around, and that one person will be the help at all times, and we'll just rotate around that one person we choose.
Outside of just that, how does it feel to have that rotation of bigs like Maxey, Gafford, and the rest?
That's a great question. I was going to leave Gaff in, and if he picked up his 5th, it wasn't. I think we talked about it earlier. If D-Live gets in foul trouble, we have a lot of guys who can play the 5 at a high level, And we took Gaff out there just to make sure he didn't pick up his fifth, but we could have left him. I thought he did great. I thought D-Live had a bounce back second half. He was a lot better than he was in the first half. And as a 20-year-old to have a bounce back in a big game like this just shows his maturity.
Do you have a minutes range in mind for Maxey?
Let me look.
Right about 26.
27. No, because if I say 26, then you're going to hold me to 26. But we're going to try to keep him where we can keep him from long runs, and hopefully we can keep him under 26.
Speaking of minutes, is this what you were hoping for Luka and Kyrie too?
Yeah.
The minutes they had tonight?
Yeah, we're going to try again. I know Luka didn't want to come out there in the third, but we're trying to just give guys, especially coming back from break, the tempo was high and the effort that on the defensive end, and so just trying to, again, Kai was going, and we let Kai go, and then I wanted to get Kai out with 2 minutes left, let Luka close the quarter, and let Kai start the fourth, and so just looking at different things as we go forward, and those two are fine. You know, Luka wants to play 48. But he can still get his numbers in 30 minutes or less. So, but I thought the minutes were great for everybody. And again, the minutes are going to vary. Josh is going to play heavy, some minutes heavy. D. Jones is going to step in and play heavy minutes, and then we're going to go through this for the next 2 weeks of understanding the rotation of minutes so we can have a pattern here.
When the emotion is rising from your players towards the officials, how do you balance the idea that could you do something to step in and bring them back, or do you just have to trust that they're going to work that out in some way, that the players are going to work that out?
There's only one. You put players. It's
It's being generous.
Yes. I thought the crowd was into it. The crowd wanted calls. But I think the team that wins in a high-stakes game comes down to the mental mistakes. If you make the mental mistakes at the wrong time, you're going to leave with an L. And a team that can keep its composure and just play the game and move on to the next play has the best chance of winning. I thought we kind of did that. We were tilting going the other way there for a minute, but I thought we caught ourselves and we moved forward. And that just, a big sign of maturity.
The Suns often put Nurkic on P.J. Washington. How do you think the offense handled that throughout the game?
Yeah, we know that they're not going to match up traditionally, so they had to put him on Josh or P.J. And so we knew they were going to put him on P.J. So we just put P.J. in the pick and roll and made Nurkic play in the pick and roll, or we put him on the strong side so that he couldn't help. And that PJ would have the opportunity, for the corner three. But we were prepared for them putting Nurkic. We've seen it all season. If it wasn't D. Jones or Josh, it's going to be PJ. And I think PJ does a great job of rolling, being able to play make or be able to finish.
Jason, now that it's post All-Star break, you're shortening your rotation or finding that rotation. What do you say to a guy like Jaden Hardy, who was finding his rhythm and being efficient before the break, and now did play 1 minute tonight?
Yeah, it's called team. Just be a pro. It's all about being a team. He's going to get another opportunity. We played 10, didn't we? And so we're deep. This is the first time the Mavs have been deep in a long time. And so to be able to be patient, to understand it's about winning, and when your time is called to do your job. And Hardy's been in this position already, so he's handled it well, and he'll get another chance. Because Josh wants to play more, D. Jones wants to play, maybe start. I mean, we can always pick someone, but it comes down to being the team, and it's about the shield, the Dallas Mavericks first and foremost. Thanks.